Today's subject is pharmaceutical 2 and chapter number 4 is solid dosage form. And in this we have to see the subtopic is granular powder. Means all about the granular powders in solid dosage forms. Then there are certain solid medicaments which are required to be administered orally in large doses, which is important. Administered orally in large doses means there are certain solid medicaments which are required to be administered orally in large doses. Therefore, because they cannot be prescribed in tablet and capsules, they cannot be prescribed in tablets and capsules because of large number of them will be required to take as a single dose. It is important because large number of powders are to be taken in a single dose, which is not possible in case of prescribed in case of tablets and capsules. This is the most important reason, because these solid medicaments which are administered orally in large doses, they cannot be prescribed in tablets and capsules because large number of them will be required to take as a single dose. Which is not possible prescribed within the case of tablet and capsule. Therefore, these medicaments are difficult to dispense as such in powder form. Then first we have to see it is not prescribed in tablet or capsule form, and second, these medicaments are difficult to dispense in such in powder form, as a powder form, because of its bitter, nauseous and unpleasant taste. Because of this taste, the first is bitter, then nauseous, then unpleasant taste. For this reason, it is difficult to dispense the such powders given in the powder form because of its bitter, nauseous and unpleasant taste. That is the second reason. And third is, it is also difficult to convert into liquid dosage form. Liquid dosage form because of the stability problem. These are the three reasons solid medicaments which are required to be administered orally in large doses. Then first is, it cannot be prescribed in tablet or capsule form because of their large number of them will be required to take as a single dose, which is not possible. Then second, these medicaments are difficult to dispense as such in powder form because of its bitter, nauseous and unpleasant taste. And third reason is, it is also difficult to convert it into liquid dosage form due to stability problem. Therefore, the only alternative left is convert the powdered medicament into granules form. Then this question asked in annual examination: why granules are prepared? So these are three reasons. The first reason is not prescribed in tablet or capsule because of large number of them required to be taken in the single dose, which cannot be possible with tablet and capsule. Then second, these medicaments are difficult to dispense such as in powder form because of its bitter, nauseous and unpleasant taste. And third reason is, it is difficult to convert it into liquid dosage form because of the stability problem. So these three reasons. Therefore, the only alternative left is convert this powdered medicament into granular form. Powdered medicament means solid medicaments which are required to be administered orally in large doses. That is the powdered medicament. Then it is converted into the granular form. Then we have to see what is the procedure to convert it to the granular form. The solid medicaments are mixed with suitable sweetening agent, suitable flavoring agent, suitable coloring agent. Means the granules are prepared with the solid medicaments and mixed with the first is sweetening agent, flavoring agent and coloring agent. Next, it is important, a suitable granulating agent is added to moisten the powder so as to make the overnight mass. This thing is important. To form a granular powder, a suitable granulating agent is added. Then what is this granulating agent? This granulating agent provide to the solid medicament and moisten the finely powdered medicament, and which are converted into the coherent mass and which is passed to the sieve to form a granules. Then what is the role of this granulating agent? The solid medicament which are converted into the granules, we have to require the granulating agent. These granulating agent are added to the fine powder, which gives the suitable moisture to the fine powder and converted into the suitable coherent mass, and this coherent mass is passed to the suitable sieve to form a granules. Then we have to add a suitable granulating agent is added to the moisten the powders so as to make a coherent mass. Coherent mass means agreement of material, means it is called as a sticky material. Then example of granulating agent is, for example, water, alcohol, acetone, then starch, etc. These are the examples of granulating agent which provided the moisture to the powder and converted to the coherent mass. Then next, pass this coherent mass through the sieve number 10 to make the granules. Then this coherent mass is passed through the sieve number 10 to make a proper granules. Then next procedure is dry the granules in a hot air one. Then dry the granules with the help of hot air one, means dried sterilization. Hot air one at temperature not exceeding 60 degree centigrade. Mean dry granules with the help of hot air one at the temperature not exceeding 60 degree centigrade. Then next is the dry granules are passed through the again sieve number 20 and stored in a dry well closed wide mouth bottle. Then again these dry granules are passed through the sieve number 20 and stored in a dry well closed wide mouth bottle. Granules are stored in wide mouth bottle for the easy removal, of the granules from the container. Then next example is, for example, nowadays the various antibiotics like erythromycin, phenoxymethyl ampicillin, etc., which are unstable in solution form. Because of these reasons, because this is unstable in solution form, then are prepared in dry granular form, in which drug is mixed with proper suspending agent, proper sweetening agent, coloring agent and granulating agent. Because of the unstable in solution form, these antibiotics are prepared in the dry granular form, in which drug is mixed with proper suspending agent, sweetening agent, coloring agent and granulating agent. Then next, the granules are prepared and packed in the special type of bottles. With special type of bottle means wide mouth bottles with a specific direction on its label. It is important. Specific direction with the label for the patient. This is important. And specified amount of freshly boiled and cooled water. This label is important, and which is direction given to the patient how to take the granules. The label is and a specified amount of freshly boiled and cooled water to dissolve it, or shake well to form a homogeneous solution. This is the labeling instruction which are given to the patient how granules are taken as a dose. Then what is the direction for the patient? Add specified amount of freshly boiled and cooled water to dissolve it, or shake well to form a homogeneous solution. This is direction is given on the label for the patient how granules are taken as a dose. Then the label should also state the time limit. Also state the time limit within which the reconstituted preparation should be consumed. Means after dissolving the granules in the specified amount of freshly boiled and cooled water and dissolve it or shake well to form a homogeneous solution. Then again one label should be given to the patient, or also state that about the time limit within which the reconstituted preparation should be consumed. This is another labeling instruction. Means after preparation of granule as a dose within the boiled and cool water and to form a homogeneous solution, within what is the time limit within which the reconstituted preparation should be consumed. So these two labeling instructions are given on the label of the granular powder, how to take as a dose. So in this lecture we have to see all about the granular powders.